Alright, we should be live. We should be live. So this is an emergency, so let me get the word out. Getting the word out now. Okay. Okay, so this is emergency severe weather coverage. We now have a tornado watch. We now have a tornado watch. I'm going to pull up the Storm Prediction Center really. That data has not been updated in a while. These have not been updated in a while. Hold on. Sorry, people. But we do have a tornado watch. So we do have a I'm kind of surprised they actually went through with the tornado watch. I thought it was going to be a severe weather watch. So let me pull this watch up here. So here it is. Here's your severe thunderstorm watch. Sorry, no, this is your tornado watch. Tornado watch. So this is your tornado watch. This does include most of the area northeastern Ohio, southern Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. So I'm just getting the word out here. Just getting the word out. Sorry about that. We have a tornado watch, so let's get into the radar immediately. So here is where your tornado watch is. So just like I showed, your tornado watch is going to be. Your tornado watch is going to be right in here. In here, oh, that's just horribly. I'm bad at drawing. This is where your tornado watch is going to be. I'm a little bit shocked they actually went with the tornado watch immediately. They not even an hour ago came out with a mesoscale discussion for a tornado watch, 95% chance. So here is some storms, and they look a little bit concerning. Well, sorry, no, they're not yet concerning. They are not yet concerning, but they could be, because you see this right here. You see this right here. Those are really strong winds, and if we can get these really close to each other, the blue and the dark green, then that could signal some rotation. And that rotation would be, if you follow the lines, would be right towards one of our areas. So we're watching for rotation right here. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in Canton. Let me guess, that's probably for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Yeah. So no tornado warnings just yet. But I think we could get our first tornado warning just south and east of Cuyahoga Falls. If you look on the right side of your screen, we do have some rotation. We have some rotation south and east of Cuyahoga Falls. I would not be surprised if that continues to tighten up and we might get a tornado warning. This this would be going just east. Sorry, no, but yeah, west of Warren, following this kind of track towards Jefferson. That's what we have there. We're still watching this for any lingering severe weather. If you are, there is no severe weather warnings just yet. There's not even an advisory out. I expect that to change soon. Sorry for my cat meowing in the background. But this is along a cold front. So after this is done, you're going to get a lot of cold rain, and then you'll be done with the threat. So it's just a matter of time before you are out of that threat zone. Once again, this tornado watch is, I can actually probably pull it up on a better graphic for you. If I can. If I can. So here's your tornado watch. Right in these areas is your tornado watch. Right on there. This is Cuyahoga County is not in the watch, but it is in the box watch. Which the box watch. Where's the box watch? Also, by the way, the probabilities on this watch are weird. So there is a moderate chance for tornadoes in this watch, of course. That's why it's a tornado watch. Good news is the chance of an EF2 or greater is low. It's a low risk of that. But severe winds, so severe damaging winds, are high. That is a high likelihood. Now, anything 70 mile per hour wind gusts or greater is low. Severe hail, that's also low. Oh my god, okay. So your hail, severe hail is low, and 2-inch plus diameter hail is very low. So it goes from very low to high. This is what the SPC uses. So I'm kind of surprised that this EF2 plus tornadoes is not a very low, but it's still low, still unlikely to happen. But moderate risk for tornadoes. Severe wind is high. Severe wind is high. That's your probabilities. I think that's a I don't know what the exact probabilities are, but that's the 50-10. That's not that significant. Um, Here's your watch more in depth. Here's your your counties in the watch. If you are in Cuyahoga County, do not get confused, because you are still in the box watch. What a box watch is, when the Storm Prediction Center has to issue a watch, they have to draw this huge box, and sometimes you have counties overlapping inside the box, so they have to delete or add them. So the initial box watch is right here. So basically, Mayfield would be in this watch. Um, this tornado watch. We can go back to radar. Here's radar. Nothing going on yet except for a severe thunderstorm warning once again for Canton. Doesn't really look that significant. Actually, wait, that might be a wow. So this is just 60 mile per hour winds going on right here. Then once again, we are watching right here, just southeast of Cuyahoga Falls. Um, there is a little rotation couplet. It's very weak, but this will be going up towards between Ravenna and Edinburgh. That'd be taking this kind of path to Freedom, Garrettsville, Nelson, Parkman in Ohio. Though I'm gonna be honest for you, once these two things, once your initial cold front merges with this guy, this is probably going to be a pretty good damaging wind risk for here in Pennsylvania. That's why we have an enhanced risk of severe weather in this area, driven by a 30% unhatched risk for wind. I'm kind of surprised that it was not hatched, which means they are not expecting significant winds with that, which is good. But the probabilities of 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts are high. They're in Pennsylvania and a little bit into Ohio. Also, perchance you're looking down here, don't really focus because there are some tornado warnings happening down south with our this is all just the leftovers from our 2 day historic tornado outbreak in the Midwest and the Deep South. Um, More than likely will be classified as a historic 2 day severe weather outbreak. Sorry, no, tornado outbreak. Um, we're still watching over here. We're still watching. I'm watching LaGrange and Elyra south of Lorraine, west of Westfield Center. I'm still watching for anything that can get going over here along the cold front, the storms that are along the cold front, I should say. It looks like we might have something potentially right here. That would be an embedded QLCS tornado. A QLCS tornado is a quasi-linear convective system that's a line of thunderstorms. There's a lot of names for a line of thunderstorms, but a QLCS tornado is usually brief and weak. Stronger if the atmosphere is very favorable. If the atmosphere is not that favorable, obviously, peak peak atmospheric elements should happen around this area between Ashtabula and Erie, Pennsylvania. That's when I think, by looking at models for the past 2 days, this is where I think peak atmospheric elements to support severe weather and tornadoes will be. And the Storm Prediction Center verified this by having a enhanced risk of severe weather for there. Now look at that. Look at this cell. Look at this bean. Look at that bean. So we do have some potential rotation right here. This is a classic bean hook. So what we have is you have a discrete supercellular, almost looks like a bean. That means it's trying to take on inflow. You do not want a storm being relatively discrete or semi-discrete. Have this kind of bean shape to it. You should really be concerned when they start getting hooks. That's when you really get concerned. But east of Rootstown, west of Endenburg, you have this really light rotation. And this matches up with that bean, so oh, and it died the next. Okay, that's just fantastic. Well, it didn't die, it's still visibly there. I wonder what this is gonna, what velocity is gonna do on this one. Your velocity will update. Hopefully, velocity will update. You can do it. If we still had brief and weak rotation, it would be right here. I'm just waiting for the velocities to update to verify that. So we still have this really weakened rotation. It still would not surprise me if we do get a tornado warning. We do get a tornado warning for Charleston, Freedom, Windham, Grantsville, Nelson, that kind of area. And this will eventually go towards just east of Ashtabula. Okay. So the Canton storm is the only severe warning I see. I'm just going to play this really quickly. That's interesting. That's not really a signature, though. There is no current tornado warnings right now. No current tornado warnings. Oh, for this area at least. That's suspicious. Is Tor possible? Okay, looks like that's probably a core of the cell. Anything interesting? Nothing interesting up here. I wonder where that interesting. And so just south and east of New Philadelphia, there are these relatively semi-discrete supercells headed north-northeast. That will not directly impact New Philadelphia. This will be headed for Youngstown. That will be headed for Youngstown, Ohio. You have to watch these for anything discreteness. By the way, here's your cell near Richfield. It is, I don't know what it's going through, but there's no more light rotation with it. So there used to be light rotation between Cuyahoga Falls, but now that has ceased to exist. That's a good thing, but it could be undergoing some mergers. Hold on, I'm sorry, I need to do this. need to look at the environment. If you don't mind that I do, just gonna quickly look at the environment really quickly. I just want to see something. I want to see where our greatest so thermodynamics. Not a lot of convective energy than we thought. That's good. Though they're just starting off here. So the atmosphere should get better, but not a lot of storm field as we thought would be around this time. That is a good news. That's good news. That is really good news. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We have 500 cape. We do have 500 cape. Mesoanalysis just updated, so we do have 500 convective energy. That does not surprise me. Look at bulk shear. Looks like these storms are leaving the greatest bulk shear, but they're still in some pretty good bulk shear. Oh, look at that. Okay, so south and west of Mesopotamia. There's something trying to potentially do something. This is just east of Middlefield. This is going towards Mesopotamia that could do um, something later on. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the current meso-analysis. Just looking at the atmosphere right now because there's not really a lot going on. Knock on wood, that continues. Okay. Alright, for velocity update. It looks like the Mesopotamia cell is trying, but it looks like this storm is going to overtake it, which was one of the things about today. A lot of 3 cape. So it looks like your best environment right now. Your best environment. So it looks like your best environment is right here. So we have to watch these cells very carefully as they are in the best environment. Let's look at the mixed layer cape. Yeah, this is the best environment right now, this area. So we have to keep an eye. Keep an eye out. Do want to see something. That's what that front box really disintegrates. Okay. Hmm. Eh, could be something near Lorraine. Potentially something just south of Sheffield Lake. Just north of Sheffield. Oh, that could be a signature of a quasi-linear. That's really small. A signature of a quasi-linear convective system. I need sleep. Okay. I will not be. But probably getting really close to the radar. So, do want to do some things. Do want to do some things. Um, Let me tell you how far away these storms are. So we do have special weather statements all up and down this line right here. This is mainly for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So if you're anywhere in here, you're gonna see 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So hopefully that does not take out the stream. This does tell me 55 miles per hour. No. Nothing happening. Okay, so I do have some information for you. So for this, portion of the storm, this will be in Pinefield in 7 minutes, LaGrange in 11, Grafton in 16, Eaton Estates in 20, Columbia Station 25, Olmsted 26, North Olmsted 28, Parma in 33 minutes, Parma downtown 34, Cuyahoga Heights in 40 minutes, Cleveland in 41, Bedford 43, and Mayfield in 52 minutes, so less than an hour. These should be really out of the hair of the Cleveland and East Cleveland metro, so within the hour. So hopefully nothing too crazy happens then. Nothing crazy seems to be happening now. Storm relative velocity. Storm relative velocity. Oh, wow. So we have some semi-discrete cells over here. We could have some rotation with these. So there's a, in Ohio, I believe, in Pennsboro and Middlebourne, and then in Pennsboro, there is definitely some rotation. There also could be rotation in Sistersville, this east, north of Middlebourne. So around noon, these should be out of Cleveland metro area. When everybody's sorry, just gotta make sure the family's gonna be okay. Um, so we are still in the midst of the tornado watch. The most concern looks like it's gonna be these cells. Wow, that's huge, huge. So it looks like the cells that are we ever really concerned about so far are over here. Not really in the Ohio area, but Ohio, you're still in that tornado watch. You still need to take it seriously, especially if you're down here near Youngstown, especially near um well east of Columbus, near the border of Pennsylvania and West Virginia. It's a definitely interesting storm. And now we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for this line east of Newark for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So if you're anywhere east of Newark, east of the Columbus metro, I'm in Zanesville, in Cotton, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And we can turn on the Wilmington radar to see that a little bit better. And how in the world did they issue that warning with that contamination? Is it radar indicated? Oh, in Pittsburgh. That explains it. Looks like Pittsburgh, as always, is in the middle of the heat. It almost looks like. But that could change. It could be for Cleveland soon. But as of right now, it doesn't look like that. And hopefully that trend will continue. There isn't rotation near Avon. Actually, there could have been some rotation near Sheffield Lake, but that will be moving into Lake Erie. So have fun with that, Lake Erie. So far, this is not an underperformance. So far, this is going going all right. It's going all right. We still have some potential for some rotating supercells. Um, semi-discrete. Over here. Blah, 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 blah. Over here near Ashtabula in between Youngstown, these semi-discrete cells we will have to watch like a hawk because those will be the worst of the worst as far as the tornado threat, which is not that great. Like right now, we could have something trying to come together right here. Just northeast of Edinburgh. That seems familiar unless I'm losing my mind. And you can see, wow, that rotation that's definitely is south of Paris. You can see that we actually might get a tornado warning. Yeah, there is some rotation. There is some verifiable rotation, so I would not be surprised if Paris going towards Windham, Southington, Champion, and Bristol, we may get a tornado warning. Would not be a surprise if we get a tornado warning. So I'm hyper focused on this one because it's relatively discreet. I mean, you got some rain coming into it, but I mean, it's looking really good. So I would not be surprised if they pull the good warning on it. Pull that polygon. If you are if you're anywhere in Cleveland, east of Cleveland, south of Cleveland, west of Cleveland, you can hear that front. You can hear those winds. That's because of a low pressure system yonder and its little buddy, its cold front, brings some extra wind gusts. So you can hear the front roar. But once again, we are hyper focused on northeast of Edinburgh, north of uh, Promra, really going towards Paris and Newton Falls and Braceville. Um, I think we're going to see a tornado warning very soon. This has a classic supercellular look to it. And 24, 26. These aren't exactly updated. Yeah, we could see something here. Okay, and it did weaken. So the signature did weaken. It was once good, but now it kind of broadened out. And that's just because of the environment. But it's likely we could see this recycle again. Because, I mean, if you look at it, if you look at it a few scans ago, look at that right here. Look at this right here. Pretty strong rotation. Right, and then we move up a scan. And the rotation strengthened. We are really concerned about a potential tornado warning. But now we catch up to speed, and then they kind of just. There still is some rotations very broad. I went over Paris. I would not be surprised if we may have had a. No, we did not have a CC drop. What this is. Ooh, okay. Okay, we actually may have had a tornado. So we may have had a tornado, potentially, or that could have just been the hail. Or that wasn't even hail, that was just really strong. Either that or clear air contamination, but we definitely could have had a tornado. Thing is that CC was right in that middle of that rain. So that might have been I think my friend's gonna look into it, but I think that might have been a tornado just northeast of Edinburgh. If that was at, it's no longer on the ground. It's no longer on the ground. Um, but it was possible. So either that was clear air contamination or really strong hail that the radar did not pick up. I significantly doubt that. But we could have had a tornado. And so let's see if it aligns with velocity, and it does. It does align with the velocities. A little bit, not really. It's a tough call. But now this cell might be recycling. So far, everything looking good over here. Mm. Oh, well, look at that discrete cell. Yeah, Warren, look at this discrete cell. This is going northeast towards Windsor. And that's something to watch. Oh, look at that here, shard, and looks like another. It looks like a discrete cell. this form near Chardon, and that's possible. We could still have discrete cells firing in front of the front. So here's your front. We still can have, generally, cells fire off in front of it. That is a real possibility, folks. And those could go tornadic. It's very possible. It looks like some models are signaling. Why did that change color? It looks like some models are signaling after this goes through through Cleveland. This there might be some re-intensification, either with the line being QLCS tornado threat, which would be weak and brief tornado, or it could be a signal that of these frontals, these prefrontal supercells, low top. That's a real threat. Once again, that is a real threat. Those prefrontal supercells. I'm just going to quickly look at the environment while I'm here. Do you want to check a specific parameter? Do you want to check a specific parameter? And yeah, that's maxed out. Okay. That's interesting. I wonder. Huh. This line could really get going again. Somewhere right here. So that is a real possibility. So if nothing's happening and you're in Euclid, East Cleveland, Menor, Willoughby, Shaker, Mayfield, Chardon, Burton, Twinsburg, Hudson, you're not out of the woods yet, even though the front is right there, which this front can still pose a tornado risk. It still can pose a tornado risk. So please heed the warning if it does happen. If it does happen, please have multiple ways to receive alerts. Loading, what are you trying to do? What are you, that's so far, knock on wood. Do you want to mention this, this line is about to enter a really favorable environment down here. A really favorable environment. Probably our most favorite environment so far. Literally, right here, most favorable environment. And it does, grow. It does grow all the way to the convective system. So this convective system is also running into some favorable things. So not be surprised to see some upticks with that. I would not be surprised to see some severe thunderstorm warnings up and down this line. Very possible. And I think it might just happen, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. Okay, so we now have a, so I was right, this did change color. So, So we basically have a PDS severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is in Zanesville. And another one just behind it, sorry, and below it. And this is interacting with that favorable environment, so that does make sense. It is interacting with this favorable environment over here. So it makes complete sense of why. Just an update for my friends, who are a lot of people who are watching this right now in the Euclid Mayfield area. I'm just going to give you an exclusive update on this thing. So this will be in less than 1 minute. So if you're in Middlebury Heights, you have 16 minutes that impacts you. Cleveland 27, Bedford 28, Warrensville, Warrensville in 30 in half an hour. Lyndhurst in 36, Mayfield in 30 minutes. So almost in half an hour until this line will move into a lot of populated areas. So hopefully everything can remain pretty calm. You can only hope for the best, right? Yeah. Yeah. Wow, the STP. STP is pretty good right now. So it's verifying. So that will continue to go. Looks like these cells aren't doing great, which kind of surprises me given the environment. Once again, the environment is the greatest. The greatest. Right over here. So that's where the environment is the greatest. I'm getting a little bit concerned. A little bit, not really. From these cells like Medina and going towards, these areas. Because you can see these embedded cells have a little bit of some notches in them, and those can be some quick, QLCS tornadoes. Not strong at all, but hate to say it, but it looks like we might have some rotation just south of Medina. What the frick happened? You know what? I'll just use weatherwise. That's not weatherwise. I don't have weatherwise on here. Alright, so we're loading in. Getting interesting. Not as much rotation. Hopefully that trend continues. I'm hoping that trend continues. And I'm just hoping that trend just continues where it's just staying. I'm hoping I'm knocking on the wood that trend continues. And so this has entered Cuyahoga County. So I'm assuming about half an hour to 20. This will continue to go through Strongsville, Lakewood. This is nearing Cleveland, so this will continue once in for Lakewood, now just entering Cleveland in 20 minutes or so, Mayfield Heights, you will all be under this, and you will more than likely be under some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that ain't good. That's just not good. So we'll continue to go. I'm gonna do one more. Velocity. Velocity remains tame. Velocity remains tame. Yeah, velocity remains particularly tame. There might even be there's a lot of cells embedded with this. I'm wondering if there's an outflow boundary trying to form. If that is, then the risk is cooked. I'm just waiting for confirmation. It doesn't look like there's an outflow boundary. So these discrete cells would still be something to look at if you're anywhere from Medina to Kosh Cotton, and probably Medina or Kosh Cotton, and all the way out into the end of the tornado watch. I would be frick, I don't even know how to draw. I would be watching these little discrete cells just in case embedded tornado or two cannot be ruled out, especially with the environment being a bit more favorable down there. So get an update to the tornado watch. see if there actually is anything after this. It's not that great to use H-triple-R during. Come on, otherwise. Enough things are picking up. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Canton. Radar indicated 60-mile-per-hour gusts. Once again, this is because of this more discreteness to it. I would not be shocked if another one is over here from the summit in whatever this county is, Kent area. Then we may see another one monitoring trends over here for some kind of a few people's areas that are watching this potentially in Lake and Geauga County. So we are watching a potential uptrend. When things seemed that they were underperforming, now we're kind of kicking it back up. We're kicking it back up. A new severe thunderstorm morning, so things are still going. I'm just gonna check in on these. Yeah, this was what I was worried about. It's becoming a mess. It's becoming a mess. Still can't rule out a tornado or two. That's just a horrid mess. Still can't rule out a tornado or two in Bethel Park, Cross Creek, Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania. Wow, I really need sleep. Morgantown, even into, once again, Kentucky, West Virginia, sorry, in Maryland. Severe thunderstorm warnings exist with a potential for a tornado. New severe thunderstorm warning for Cotton. Zane's talking that might be a little bit of a downgrade from a PDS. That would all be good news. I think this is too close to the radar, but I think in the next few minutes we could see either a special weather statement, extension over here, or it can be a severe thunderstorm warning. One of the two. And we're now under a special weather statement. So literally I just called it. You're under a special weather statement. I just got 50 alerts on my phone. Special weather statement, 55 miles per hour wind gusts. That's near a, so I literally just called it, guys. This SWS, this special weather statement, is for the rest of Cuyahoga, Akron, Canton. Sorry, no, Canton's under actually a severe thunderstorm warning. Cuyahoga Falls, Lake County, Geauga County. You are all under a special weather statement with 55 mile per hour wind gusts. is happening. This is happening. So brace. Yeah, well, those discrete cells are dying. Lightning's picking up near my area. So this is in the middle of Cleveland. I'm going to stop playing this loop. This is in the middle of Cleveland, and now Methanol Garfield Heights, you're going to start seeing this. And now we're under a severe thunderstorm warning. This has been upgraded to a severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I called it. "60-mile-per-hour wind gusts." So if you're in this warning, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is a county. These are county-wide severe thunderstorm warnings. That's crazy. County severe thunderstorm warnings. Wow. I might lose power here at the house. I need to plug in my phone before it dies. Anyways, here it comes. So a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. So if you're in Mayfield, Highland Heights, Pepper Pike, Chesterland, Chardon, Burton, Middlefield, all those areas, even in Stow, Akron, even Kent, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts you will be hit by. So please heed the warning. If you're outside, come back inside. Have a nice glass of water and no power. Just kidding. It's possibly. It's possible. I'm gonna really make sure we're not missing anything though. I want to make sure we're not missing any rogue rotations, which we're not. That is wow. This is in meters per second. I don't even know how to read that. I know how to read kilometers per hour, but and knots. But God, it's about to hit me.